Family, look at this. Look at this. This is our African president, one of our own, one of our African presidents, William Ruto. Just look at what is going on. Because some of us Africans, I don't know why we have refused to read non-verbal cues. What some people have refused to understand are those actions, are those words that are spoken through actions, are those non-verbal cues, those things that are done, but no voice is saying anything. You don't hear sound, but you see behavior, you see actions, you see interaction, and that means a lot. And when you want to talk and analyze it, some people will come and cry, oh, don't talk about our president. Oh, don't talk about this. He didn't do anything wrong. He just sat on his chair. He didn't. Look at the way President William Ruto is standing beside Macron. Take a keen look. This is unbelievable.
Macron trying to do is trying to raid the former colonies of the United Kingdom and Portugal. That is why you've seen Emmanuel Macron in Luanda in Angola. You've seen Emmanuel Macron in South Africa. And you've seen Emmanuel Macron very present in Kenya, which is going to host the Francafrique meeting. What is Francafrique meeting? The first Francafrique meeting was held in 1973. If you ask the French, they'll say it is the then president of Niger, Hamani Diori, who asked for the meeting. But the truth was that it was the then French Prime Minister Georges Pompidou who asked for the meeting, and the meeting was held in Paris. And the whole idea was that the French wanted to keep their former colonies under their economic check.
You needed a reason to smile today, then watch this. On the left, you've got the French president, Emmanuel Macron. And on the right, the marathon goat himself, Kipchoge, in Nairobi, Kenya. Now, you are more likely to come face to face with a goat than a head of state. But choosing Kipchoge over Macron for a selfie of a lifetime, that's a work of art and a statement that says politicians come and go, but goats are forever. And he did it twice.
Right guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So actually I've seen videos of other African countries, people from other countries attacking Kenyans, so claiming, oh Kenya, why would you allow someone like that to come to your country? Let me just tell you this. Actually Kenyans, we don't want him. The thing is that it is our president that has brought him. That one is of course, you have seen the videos of Kenyans going to demonstrate, Kenyans attacking them online and all that. So that actually means that Kenyans are not interested in whatever Emmanuel is bringing to this particular country. And of course, because we usually know there's nothing good that can always come from those people. We know. It's not that we don't know. We always know. Yeah? I mean, no, what they always believe and always what they want is how to control us. And that's why you saw Kenyans were very angry at that time when he went and shouted, you know, you're a president, you're not supposed to go to the podium and start telling people to keep quiet. Maybe tell your sisters there, tell someone to do that, not you. Not you. Maybe you even try to say it in a good way, but of course the way we saw it, we did not see it in a good way. And actually I feel that these guys should apologize before we come out of these countries. Let us listen to more reactions from other people, then we'll come back and talk more. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to support.
With countries like Nigeria and Kenya wanting to save these European nations from their ultimate demise. We can all see it coming. These nations are fighting for cultural and geopolitical relevance. The war that's going on right now, that war is going to be an economic and cultural reset. It's going to be an equalizer in many, many ways. And these nations know it. France knows it. The UK knows it. The entirety of Europe knows it. The North Atlantic Treaty is hanging on by a thread. And these nations are looking everywhere. They've been kicked out of the Sahel and West Africa for a reason. Meanwhile, we, East Africans, in Kenya, my president is opening the doors to 800 French troops. They've landed in the port of Mombasa. They're there apparently to support in the training of the Kenya Defense Forces for what? The usual counter-terrorism narrative. It is beyond me. Then you have somebody like Bola Tinubu bowing and scraping after the King and Queen of England. The international news media headlines being about whether Nigerian jollof is superior to, I don't know, Senegalese jollof or whatever. The international news headlines are about rice. Instead of BP, British Petroleum, being held accountable and paying reparations, repairing the environmental damage and the genocide that they've committed in the Niger Delta against Nigerians. BP should be held accountable and they should be paying reparations right now. But instead, you have Bola Tinubu grinning and shaking hands with this institution that is a relic of days gone by, that is hanging on, that is fighting for its survival and relevance. Why do we want to save these people? Why can't we just watch this ship sink and reconnect with our neighbors, reconnect with our fellow Africans to build up our defenses? Africa does not have a mutual defense pact like NATO. Now is the time to think about it, to move to do it, to come together with the copper resources of the DRC and Zambia, to come together with the uranium resources of the Sahel and make real things shake. But instead, this is what we're dealing with. This is what's going on. What is the Kenya and Nigeria? Kenya and Nigeria.
The most hated and unpopular president in the history of the modern world, Emmanuel Macron of France, is in Kenya. He even had the guts to lecture a group of students at UON for making noise when somebody was speaking. Emmanuel Macron has come to Kenya and made it his home. But what is one of the most unpopular leaders in the world doing in Kenya? France has had presence in the Western African countries for very long, for ages. But right now, they are being kicked out of there. The African countries in the Sahel region are complaining of neo-colonialism from France. That wamekuwa wakijifanya kuwa ni marafiki wao, but in the end, wanaendelea kuchukua resources na kuzipeleka France. Another thing that these countries have been complaining about is imposing of the French culture on Africans. Like, France has been trying to assimilate or convert African countries to continue with the culture of the French, which is foreign to them. And more countries are joining the bandwagon in rejecting advances of France as a country, as a modern-day colonialist. But our President William Ruto saw an opportunity. In fact, him and Macron are not very different. The same unpopularity that is haunting William Ruto here at home is the same unpopularity that is haunting Emmanuel Macron back in France. Our President William Ruto has decided to play the good horse to every Tom, Dick and Harry, especially few months away from his exit. He's signing and signing and signing. Ni pesa tu anavuruta, anaambia watu kujeni, invest in Kenya, leteni pesa, leteni.
Africans who are trying to support what Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, did yesterday in Kenya by yelling, right? By yelling really loudly at Africans because, of course, there was noise in the hall. I want you to pay attention to these two videos I want to show you now. If after watching this, you don't understand what happened yesterday, then I really pity your situation, right? So take a quick look at the first video. This is what he did yesterday. I mean, I think everybody watched what he did, right? He started with this condescending tone, and then later on, he corrected the noise making. But let's watch the video again, and I'll put another one for you to watch, and then you will tell me what you got from there. Let's go.
Already? You're not waiting your turn.
Excuse me, everybody. Hey.
So as you can see, this is what he said yesterday. The other part was correcting the noise that was in the hall, as I said before. Now, this is what happened to him in Norway, in Europe, right? It was not just noise making, but they were attacking him with words directly. And listen to what he said and listen to his reaction. Take a listen.
Our common values. Hello.
I think we lost something. Where is French democracy? Where did we lose it?
I can answer this question if you give me some time.
Listen very well. Listen very well. Pay attention.
Already? When you might ask again, French Parliament?
Nobody listens. You have millions of people in the streets. Conventions of climate has been put aside. What can you say when you talk about Europe?
Do you allow me to answer?
For the President of the Republic of France, Mr. Emmanuel Macron. We are here.
Did you guys now see the second part? Can you relate now? The first part, there was noise making because he knows that he is in a continent where he thinks he owns it, where he doesn't look at you as humans or as equals. He thinks that he can yell at you anyhow. In the second part, he knows that he is in a place where he cannot try that nonsense. He can't do that. And it was worse in Norway. They were not only making noise, they were literally booing him. They were literally attacking him. But what did he do? Did you guys hear him yell? Did you hear him raise that tongue? Hey, 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 hey. Did you hear that? Did you hear him do that? Now, let me remind some of you of something. In that hall yesterday, there were African presidents. He didn't respect them. He didn't consider them. They were top African dignitaries. It didn't mean anything to him.
You know, the biggest problem that we always have as Africa is not even the people, it's our leaders, it's the people that we choose in the government. I'm very sure very soon you'll start hearing Kenyans reintroducing French as a lesson, or what French. You want everyone to know now French because the president of French has been here. You'll see it very soon. And of course, you know that Kiswahili has always been our national language. Now soon, we'll hear French has been added there because this is what they want. Now it doesn't, and yet you cannot go to France or to any other country there, the Europe country or any other country, and I'm very sure there's no country in Europe, there's no country in America, there's no any country in Asia where an African language is a national language there. Yet there's so many countries in Africa where French is their national language, and it's so unfortunate. These are so unfortunate incidents. But tell me your opinion down there in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And in case you want to support this YouTube channel, there's always this till number there, 3652967. You can always send anything. We'll really appreciate. Otherwise, I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, and also don't forget to share. See you in the next video. Goodbye.